Is this video sped up? Just a little bit? Or is it just me? No, it's not just you, but also no, my videos are not sped up. So what exactly is going on here? My name is Evan Edinger, and I've been making YouTube videos for over 15 years now, and this is one comment I've received more than any other, so it's finally time I explain it. And once you've watched this whole video, this video's sequel will probably make a whole lot more sense. To get this out there first, no, I do not speed up my videos, and no, I've literally never sped up my videos. In fact, if I did speed up my videos before uploading them, that would have a negative impact on my channel, as this would noticeably decrease the length of time the average viewer spends watching my videos, which would cause my videos to be recommended less often by the almighty YouTube algorithm. Bless him. Bless him. On the other hand, if I slowed my videos down, it would take longer for viewers to watch them, thus increased watch time and then more views. But that'd be fake and boring to me. There might be some accidental trickery in the video editing that might make you think I speed up my videos, but that's actually reason 2. Reason 1? It's pretty obvious. I talk fast. That's just how I speak. Now, this will come up again in a video coming up soon, but according to the National Center for Voice and Speech, the average conversation rate for English speakers in the United States is about 150 words per minute. And when it comes to presentations like programs on TV, the expected rate is between 100 and 150 words per minute. This is because oftentimes when someone is presenting information, they naturally slow down to make sure they're formulating their points as well as possible. So most people can expect an average conversation rate to be somewhere around the 150 words per minute ballpark. How fast do I speak? Well,
and you get a lot of fresh avocado. Now, to tell you the truth, I've not gotten any fresh avocado yet, but believe you me, I'm gonna tell you as soon as these boys can give me some nice avocados. You're probably already thinking, oh boy, I'm so excited. I've looked up so many of these types of videos. I can't wait for him to commit seppuku with it.
In my video on how to grow an avocado from a seed I uploaded in 2019, I came in at a blazing 266 words per minute. That's 77% faster than the average speaker. Basically like watching someone on 1.75 times playback at normal speed, but faster. No joke, when I was like looking through old videos of mine to see bits where I was speaking quickly, I put this one on and my girlfriend literally went, "There's no way that wasn't at 2 times speed." I downloaded the subtitles for the video and divided the number of words by the length of the video, and voila, it's fast. But that 266 words per minute is averaged over the length of a nearly 15-minute long video. So bits can be faster, bits can be slower. Looking at another older video, this video from 2016 where I made some Christmas puns and a Q&A, still had a fast but considerably slower 239 words per minute. But that's not the whole story because that's just the average. Let's listen to the intro.
You know, a lot of you guys have been telling me that I speak too fast, but if you think that I speak too fast, wait till you hear me speak 10 fast. Get it? Because like 1 to 10. Anyway, welcome to the next episode of Ask Evan, the only Ask series on YouTube where you ask legitimate questions and I answer with illegitimate puns. Let's get started. You can see my fingers now.
In those 11 seconds, I said 69 words. Nice. That works out to about 376 words per minute, which, yes, is over 2 times faster than the average speaker. But that's only 2 videos. What's the point of my math degree if I never use it? Look at this graph. I chose 2 of my YouTube videos at random per year from 2015 to 2025 and calculated my rate of speech for each one so we can see how much it's changed over time. It turns out I was faster back in the day. As you can see, if we separate the data into 2 subsets, before and after 2020, there's a very obvious difference in talking speed. Pre-2020 averaged 248 words per minute, whereas post-2020 averages about 218. Overall, I slowed down by about 12%. And before we get into the other reasons why you might think my videos are sped up, you might be wondering why I speak this fast in the first place. There are a couple of reasons, the main of which being that is just how my brain works. That is how I naturally speak, meaning it is the most comfortable way of me talking. There really isn't much delay between words and thoughts popping into my head and my mouth's ability to say them. That gets me into some situations, I can tell you that. But trying to force myself to slow down my speech when I am making a video like this genuinely feels awful to me. Like I am stuck in traffic or trying to download an image on dial-up internet. It feels painful, horribly boring, and it makes me want to rip my freaking brains out, I'm gonna be honest. It's just not nice, all right? It kind of feels as if like there's a huge amount of traffic piling up behind me and my brain's like, what's going on, mouth? I'm gonna say words, and it's just nothing happening. There's nothing happening. Genuinely, that segment genuinely hurt. People say, why don't you slow down? You can slow me down in the YouTube UI if it's really that bad. But I actually get lots of nice comments from people that are also on my wavelength. So I don't feel like I need to slow down for anyone else because I'm just making my videos for me and I'm happy with how I am. So that's just how we're gonna do it, you know? Despite the fact that my recent video on how to spot if something is written by AI, linked above, was the slowest talking speed out of any of the samples that I found, it still received an overwhelming number of comments about its speed. Sure, 209 words per minute is 39% faster than the average, but could anything else be at play here? Well, the editing style I've developed over my long tenure at YouTube is sort of a YouTube-first editing style. If you watch certain YouTubers, you can really tell from their editing which ones were heavily inspired by old-school British documentaries or American political talk shows. Mine, on the other hand, is at its core a mishmash of old-school YouTube and modern YouTube. One of the editing characteristics that's in pretty much every one of my YouTube videos, and you may see in other YouTubers' videos like mine, is the JL cut. When you start making videos, one of the first things you realize is just how cringe it is to have a long pause between cuts. Like that one right there was just a bit long, right? And to me, it just shows the editor didn't tidy it up enough. Come on, Kim! The solution to ensure a video feels like it always has a driving motion is to make sure that the dialogue never stops. So though a video from clip A may still be on screen, underneath, the audio from clip B has already kicked in. And visually, in your NLE or nonlinear editor, I switched to DaVinci this year, it looks just like the letters J and L. Like, JL edits, that's why they're called that. This editing style I use a lot for my sit-down videos in one location, as it's my style. I've developed this over years, and it genuinely feels like how my brain wants to make this art. But even beyond how I talk or edit, there's another reason you might think this video is sped up, and weirdly, it has to do with electricity. Since 2020, I upload many of my sit-down videos, like this one right here, in 50p. This is quite unique compared to most every other YouTuber. Most American YouTubers that don't change any of their settings on their camera record at 30p, or 30 frames per second. If they want to pretend they're artsy-fartsy, they record in 24p, because, you know, cinema. In the UK and EU, the default frame rate for most cameras is 25p. That's actually what I use for most of my videos out and about, like my recent video on cycling in London. Side note, by the way, thank you so much for all the kind comments on my London cycling video. I haven't had that many people say a video of mine made them cry since my Goodbye Chiswick video, so thank you. I'm really glad I didn't cut that bit out that caught me off guard. But the reason why cameras record at different frame rates depending on where you live all does come down to electricity in the end, specifically your country's power grid. In North America, the mains frequency is 60 hertz, and those old cathode tube TVs would be getting power at 60 hertz. To avoid any interference with the image generated on the TV, broadcasters began transmitting video at frame rates that matched or evenly divided into 60 hertz. You know, like 30 frames per second. This ensured that the refresh rate on the TV was synchronized with the power supply, reducing flicker and visual artifacts. In Europe and the UK, meanwhile, the power grid runs at 50 hertz, so televisions here adopted a 25 frames per second standard. Even though everything's digital now, those old standards stuck, and they're still the default on most cameras because we're pretty much just used to them at this point. I personally prefer the look of my sit-down videos at 50p because it just makes them look so crisp, and I like the fact that it is one of the ways that my videos do stand out from many others on the platform. It makes me me. Because of this, a lot of new viewers who are not used to seeing videos in 50p, regardless of where they live, and the extra frames, might come off to them as a little bit weird. So audibly, they're hearing me speak 50% faster than most videos they watch. The audio comes in a little earlier than they might be expecting, and visually, they're getting 100% more frames. So their first guess is usually, why are you speeding up your videos? Or worse, they speak about me in the third person, which is literally rule 2 on the comment section. It says, do not say third person, don't say this guy, don't say he, I'm right here, all right? If you reasonably ask, why don't you just upload in 25p for all your videos then? Well, because that doesn't actually change anything. That's just one of these flags. Regardless of the frame rate, 50p or 25p, I still get these comments asking if the video is sped up. So for the time being, I've just gotta hope that they watch this video to understand why. So if that's you, hope you understand and accept me. This is just who I am. I am glad you took the time out of your day to watch this video anyway. Thank you. I do hope you learned something along the way. The only negative I've found to uploading in 50p at the moment is that the YouTube app on the Apple TV won't let you watch in anything higher than 480p with the playback speed turned up. So that's so annoying. I just want to watch videos that are really crisp and high quality, maybe a little faster than most people. Who knows? I did mention I've got a future sequel to this video, which will make a whole lot of sense now that you've watched this one. So be sure to subscribe to catch that in your sub feed, if people use the sub feed still. But before I wrap this up, just to show you how fast I can really speak when I let loose, let me quickly thank today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace, if you didn't know, is your all-in-one website builder. Whether you want to build a website, a blog, a web store, you name it. I built my website, evanedinger.com, using Squarespace, and it was a breeze. All I had to do was choose from one of the many professional-looking templates that they have available, and they look great on desktop and on phone. Then I added some photos, added a little store to sell my video LUTs and Lightroom presets, and it was that easy. I really like having a website to call my own, which is why I always link my website, evanedinger.com, in my outro. Plus, it gives a clean URL to use when pointing people to my blog post of all the kit that I use to make these videos. If you'd like to build a website of your own, it's that easy. Just sign up at squarespace.com/evanedinger and you can get 10% off. So thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring. Let's hit it with the outro at my normal pace. And if you think this is fast, just wait until you hear how fast I watch videos. Yeah, that's coming soon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Goodbye.